Hi students, welcome. So today once again we are here with another topic from your grammar section. Please remember, for second PUC 50 marks are given for question and answer and another 50 marks are given for grammar. And it's very important to master all the skills which are dealt in the grammar. In the previous video we had seen how to write an application, 5 marks. Now we have got today another two questions, both are 5 marks each. That is, one is speech writing, the other one is report writing. Any one you can choose, but I will explain both the things to you so that whichever is easier for you, you can master or you can gain mastery over that particular aspect of the grammar. So first, now let's go and see how to write speech, or let's study about speech writing. It's a 5 marks question, as I said, quite easy, absolutely no issues in this particular aspect of the grammar that we are going to study. Quite easy, as I said, and all of us can score marks. Please remember this, and let's study now how to do this speech writing, which is there in your question paper. Right, let's see. Speech writing. Speech is another crucial form of oral communication. Remember this. It's important that the ideas and views of the speaker are authentic. Care should be taken to ensure that the language is intelligible to the audience. Now, this particular paragraph tells you what exactly is expected from you. Now, speech writing, I will deal with the example, then you will understand. You are asked to write a speech on a particular topic or on a particular occasion. For example, it can be, imagine you are the college secretary and you are invited, or you are invited for a program as a chief guest. The occasion is Road Safety Week. Speak for some time. Or give a speech on the importance of Road Safety Week. Give a speech on the importance of creating awareness about AIDS, or creating awareness about preventing road accidents. It can be anything. So what is important here is the importance in the exam. We check whether you have followed the format of making a speech or giving a speech. That is what is very important. Hence, please understand how to deliver a speech. Now here you will find elements of speech writing. Okay, what are the elements of speech writing? First, you see I, or the first person. Ideas communicated as speaker of the topic. Remember, here you are not communicating others' ideas. You are communicating your own ideas. Hence, I, because you always should refer as I would like to tell you something. You are not communicating somebody else's ideas, you are communicating your own ideas. So first person, the speech is always delivered in first person. Second aspect is, okay, first I, second, addressing the audience. It's very important. What do you mean by addressing the audience? Okay, respected ladies and gentlemen, my dear people, or my dear students, depending whom you are addressing. If it is the college students, my dear students. Maybe you are addressing the parents, respected parents, or you are addressing a general public, respected ladies and gentlemen. Address is very important. Third, introducing the topic. What do you mean by introducing the topic? For example, I would like to present my views on Road Safety Week. See, you are introducing your topic. Or I will be speaking to you on the importance of maintaining public cleanliness. See, you have to introduce your topic. Number 4, purpose of the speech, keeping the audience in mind, right? Why do you want to create an awareness? Maybe so people are not following the cleanliness order that is given by Swachh Bharat, given by the command, or because of that some contagious diseases are spreading. So the purpose of the speech is important. And finally, concluding the speech. You can't leave it in between. You need to conclude in a proper way. For example, while writing the application, we said concluding. What is that? Thank you, yours faithfully. So there should be a proper or a formal conclusion. So please remember, always I, first person speaks. You need to address the audience. my dear respected, okay, or you need to, if it is evening, you maybe say good evening, my dear ladies and gentlemen. Then introducing the topic, I would like to speak on the following topic. Then the purpose of the speech, why, what made you, or why are you speaking? Why are you speaking on a particular topic? And finally, you need to conclude your speech. Though making a speech is a spoken activity, for purpose of testing, it is presented in the written form. Remember here, you may ask me, the speech is a spoken activity. Then why you have to write? That is to test. We can't come to your house and see how you test, or the evaluators cannot go to all the colleges. So you need to write. Students may be given hints which can be expanded for speech writing. Now one thing is very good. What is that? You are given some points and you have to expand it. You are given a skeleton, you need to fill it with flesh. Okay. Now points to be remembered. Be thorough with the format of the speech. What is the format of the speech? Already I told you here. What is that? First person addressing the audience, introducing the topic, purpose of the speech, and concluding your speech. So be thorough with the format of the speech. Please remember this. Okay. Then second, wish your audience. I told you good morning or good evening, depending. Wherever, if you are called as a guest in the morning, good morning. If you are called as a guest in the evening, then good evening. That is left to you. You can write anything, because whatever you write, it can be justified. Then inform them about your topic. We already told you, introduce your topic. I would like to speak today. I am going to speak on so and so topic. So introduce your topic. Then elaborate the hints given in the question paper. In the question paper, I told you, I will show you with the example. You are given the hints, or you are given the points. Hence, it's quite easy to write a speech, because all the points are given. You just need to elaborate them. Elaborate them. Then, while elaborating, please use simple language. Why it is simple language? Because you do not know who are your audience, or your audience, if they are parents, some may be educated, some are not educated. More than that, the purpose of a speaker is to communicate. If you speak embellished words, great words, you may fail. You may impress the people with your language skill, but you may fail to put across the things. You may fail to communicate. Hence, always when you speak, you need to use simple language. It should be understood by the least educated person who is among the audience. Then, correct spellings and structures of sentence. This is what is tested when you write. Whether you have written in a proper manner, structure of the sentence, is it according to the given norms, or whether sentences are very much influenced by your vernacular language, are they English structures? This is very, very important. Then conclude your speech with a thank you, and finally you need to conclude your speech. So this is what you need to keep in mind. Hence, always remember, begin by addressing the audience, wish them, introduce the topic, elaborate the topic, conclude the topic. Okay. Now, see, one example is given here. Your college is celebrating Road Safety Week. You are asked to speak in your college assembly, highlighting some of the traffic rules and mention the need to follow them. Write a speech in about 100 words. 100 words. Okay. And your speech should include the following points: road accident, causes, negligence, use of mobile phones while driving, overtaking, and speeding. Elaborate the hints given in the question paper. Now remember, so everything is given here, and in fact it's very, very easy. It's just like joining a scrambled word and making it something very meaningful. Okay, just see how it is written here. One example is given by the one who has prepared these notes, that is Mr. Sitaram. See the example. What is that? Respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends. See, as it is said, the speech begins with the addressing. Addressing. Whom it is addressed, since it is a college assembly, they have begun with respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends. If it is a college day, you may say respected chief guest and dear respected parents and my dear students. If it is a public gathering somewhere, respected ladies and gentlemen. So please remember what is the occasion that you must remember, and accordingly you need to greet. Now see, then I am happy to tell you that our college is celebrating Road Safety Week. See, you are introducing the topic here. I am happy to tell you that our college is celebrating Road Safety Week. We are seeing increase in traffic accidents these days. The main reasons are increase in traffic and ignoring traffic rules. People jump signals, do not follow lane discipline, and speed and overtake. Also, the use of mobile phones while driving contributes to accidents. Drunken driving is also another cause. Therefore, we must follow the traffic rules very strictly to avoid accidents. We should not use mobile phones while driving and must not drive rashly to overtake. Thank you. A simple example is given here, and you see, need not by heart anything, because all the hints are given here. Road accident. What are the causes for road accidents? Causes are maybe negligence, use of mobile phones, or overtaking and speeding. All these are the causes, and just speak a few words and you have done with your speech. Second one, another example is given here. Imagine that you have been invited by a local science club to speak on superstition. Prepare a speech about 120 words on the basis of the points given below. Okay, what are the points? Traditional beliefs, irrational gullible minds, fear, ignorance, illiteracy, lack of scientific knowledge, common beliefs, cat crossing one's path, presence of owls in the courtyard, measures to eradicate, scientific clarifications, creating awareness, literacy, drive. So what is the occasion now? Occasion is a local science club. Okay, a local science club has invited you to speak on superstitions or blind beliefs. So you have to make a speech now. Imagine. So how it is big? Since it's a local science club, so the speech begins, ladies and gentlemen. You can say, good morning, my dear ladies and gentlemen. I would like to congratulate the science club for their efforts to create awareness about superstition. You see how well the occasion is introduced here. Now he makes his speech. Superstition is nothing but blind beliefs. They arise from traditional beliefs followed by us. The reasons for the superstitions are fear, ignorance, illiteracy, lack of scientific knowledge, all these things. And how to eradicate? The fear that if something is not done, it will cause harm is the basic factor making people superstitious. Okay, these days it happens. If I do not do this, gods may punish me. Gods may punish me. See, there is no scientific reason to believe. Okay, I am crossing the road and a particular tree, under a tree, everybody bows. And you do not know why people are bowing. You also do the same thing. Why? If I don't bow, gods may punish me. You do not know why it is happening. Everybody does that. Okay, corona, so somebody should tie one thread around my hand. Why it is tied? If I don't tie, I too may get or infected by corona. See, these are all blind beliefs. So it's our duty to eradicate them or create awareness. How it is done? He explains here. Very well, it is given to you example. Okay, right. So based on all these things, they write a speech. So what is that? Another one. Write a speech about 100 to 50 words based on the hints given below. In order to promote reading habits in the students, your college has a library week. You are the secretary of the college students union. You have to speak to the students about a week-long program. Write your speech in 150 to 200 words. And what are the points? Days and dates, new arrivals displayed, exhibition of books by some publishers, famous authors, poets to visit and interact with students, more facilities in the library, new magazines. So these are the points. You have to make a speech. How it is done, you see here. Dear friends, it gives me great pleasure to speak to you about the library week that our college has organized from 2nd to 10th November this year. Reading makes a man perfect. The aim of celebrating this week is to inculcate the reading habit among the students. As part of the celebration, new arrivals in the reference section such as encyclopedias, dictionaries, general books will be displayed. Sapna Book House and Cambridge University Press are putting up an exhibition in the college. We have invited Dr. Shobha Devi to inaugurate the exhibition and interact with the students. Other authors like Srimati Sashi Deshpande and Dr. Patil will also pay us a visit during the week. A literary quiz competition will be organized. The reading section will have more magazines of general interest. I request all of you to spend as much as time in the library. Thank you. Finished. It is done. So, speech writing is very, very easy. I would like to once again tell you, please remember, read the hints given properly and make your speech. And when you make your speech, first wish the audience, very, very important. Okay. Then introduce the topic. Then elaborate the topic based on the points given. Then conclude the topic you have done your speech. So this is what we mean, and it's a question of 4 or 5 marks, and you are all of you are able to secure these marks. Hence, pay attention to this. Now, this question is an optional question. If not speech writing, the other option is to write a report. Write a report. So you can also write a report. What do we mean by writing a report? Okay, so this is a second question. Report writing. Now, report writing is always based on a graph that is given. Okay, a graph is given. What do we mean? Report writing is an important writing skill which can cover a number of topics, be they science, journalistic, or general interest. Some characteristics of reports are they are always factual, the information is verifiable, they are aimed at people with a specific interest in that area, the passive form of the verb is generally used. This is very, very important. Please remember, when you write, you need to write the passive form of the verb. Okay, I will tell you, I think while dealing with active and passive voice, I told you about this. Okay. What is that? Reading and interpreting the graphs. I told you, always you are given a graph. A graph can be line graph or a bar graph or a pie chart. Pie chart. And you need to explain. You need to interpret. What do we mean? Graphs and charts communicate information visually. Therefore, graphs are often used in newspapers, magazines, and business reports around the world. Some of the graphs commonly used are line graphs. Line graphs. I will show you an example later. Line graphs are diagrams that present data using dots and lines. One variable is indicated on the vertical line and the other is indicated on the horizontal. For example, all of you watch cricket match, and every time cricket match there is a comparison between the batting line innings played by the first team and the second. Now first team has already finished, they have scored some runs, and there is a line graph showing each over how they have scored and where they have lost their wicket. Now the second batting also, either sometimes it is on to the below the given line or it is above the line. If it is above the line, the second batting is doing well. If it is below, maybe, or whatever it is, you can very well see this every time when you watch a cricket match. There's always the growth of the innings is shown in line graph. Next, bar graphs. What do you mean by bar graphs? Information is put in the form of bars. Bar graphs can be either vertical or horizontal. It is important to carefully read the labels on each bar. I will show you an example, you will understand. Third is, after bar graph we have got, then the third we have got the pie charts. What do you mean by pie charts? A pie chart shows relationship between parts to a whole. The whole is contained in the circle and divided into appropriate sized proportions or slices. In the example, things will be very, very clear to you. How to interpret them? Interpretation of graphs. Interpretation of a graph involves reading, please understand, reading, understanding, and expressing the data represented in a verbal medium. There you are shown pictorially in the form of a picture, in the form of a graph. Now when you interpret it, you give the verbal form to it. In other words, after consulting the graph, you must be able to transfer the data into a report in the form of a paragraph about 150 to 20 to 150 words. Now a pie chart is a small one. Pie chart, 360-degree pie chart. There some information is given. But when you write the report, same information is changed into verbal form or changed into words. Okay. Now tips for writing a report based on the graph. What is that you need to keep in mind? See here. While writing a report, take into account the following. What is that? Title. First, you need to find out what is the title of the graph. As I said, it can be the cricket score. It can be how the PU students spend their time at home, 24 hours, how do they spend. It can be how a particular institute has performed over the years, 10 years result. It can be how boys and girls perform in a particular exam. It can be in a particular area how the students spend their time in the evening by reading or playing or watching mobiles or anything it can be. So first find out the title. Second key, additional information included in the graph. Sometimes the information is hidden there. For example, imagine Corona times. How did the boys spend their time? Most of them spend their time playing outside, which means it is not told to them why they spent. It is not given there. They spent time playing because classes were not held. Classes were not held. Or, for example, that time the sale of mobiles increased. What is the reason the sale of mobiles increased in 2020 as compared to 2015? Because online classes, every student went to buy the mobile. You understood these things? Additional information. Scale tells how many or how much, that is in the graph. Axis line, vertical lines runs along the side of the graph and horizontal lines runs according to the bottom, that you know very well. Then the bar labels describe individual parts of the graph. When I show you the example, all of you will come to know about this. Hence, now I will take you back to the question paper model where we will see this both the questions, that is writing a speech or writing a report on the bar graph given, and all of us will understand. Okay. Okay, we will see here one particular model question paper we have got and see how the questions are asked here on this particular topic. Okay, now see here, we have a bar. First, we have got a bar graph. Imagine that, okay, first let's go to this report writing, speech writing part, which is that. Imagine that you are the secretary of the sports club of your college, and on the annual sports day, you are required to speak on the importance of sports and physical fitness. Write a speech in about 100 words using the points given below. So what is that? You are the secretary of the sports club of your college and the college is celebrating annual sports day. You need to, or you are required to speak on the importance of sports and physical fitness. What are the points given? Physical fitness leads to mental fitness. Physical activity keeps one healthy. Scope for athletes state and national level, sportsmanship, interaction, healthy competition, different types of state level games, national level games, athletic and commonwealth games and Olympic. You can speak anything. Okay, so what is that? So how do you begin? Please remember, you have to begin the speech by wishing. Since it is your own college, so you can begin. Respected principal, my dear lecturers and friends, good morning to all of you. On the annual sports day of our college, I would like to speak on the topic. What is the topic given here? It is mentioned there. Okay, you need importance of sports and physical fitness. Finished. You have introduced the topic. You have greeted. Now you need to elaborate the points given here. All these points: physical fitness, mental fitness, physical activity. All these points, and finally conclude. Thank you very much. Finished. You have written. You have given the speech, and 5 marks are in your pocket. 5 marks are in your pocket. Okay, right. See the bar, this one, writing the report question that is given. The following pie chart represents information about percentage of weightage allotted to different types of questions at graduate courses. Based on the information, write a report about 120 words. What is that? Now this is a pie chart here. Okay, please understand. This is a pie chart. This shape is called a pie chart. Now you see one particular degree course, it is divided into different weightage. What is that? 40%, okay, 40% is given to, what is it given to? Let's see. 40% is given to, look at here, descriptive answers. Means when the question paper for 100 marks is given, in that 40% or 40 marks are given for descriptive answers. What do you mean by descriptive answers? Long or essay type questions. Then 10% or 10 marks are given for language functions. Language function may be dialogue writing or writing speech, whatever it is. Then 20% is given for writing skills. 20% is given for writing skills. Then 10% is given for structural grammar. Okay, for example, it can be noun or present, anything. Grammar importance. Then comprehension or reading comprehension, passage questions, another 20% or 20 marks. Totally it is 100 marks. So this is how a question paper or weightage is allotted. Now you just need to write the report. What is that? At the degree level, it's given here, graduate courses, that is degree level, how a question paper is given. So first write the title of the graph and how different weightage is given. Now, the information that is given, which is not here directly, is, for example, importance is given for descriptive answers. Why? 40% is for descriptive answers, which means students should be well versed in elaborating their answer or describing the answer, giving importance to the sentence structure and other things. Grammar language functions only 10%. This is how you need to compare and write your answer. So, writing report is also quite easy, quite easy. Let's go over and see one more example, and things will become very clear to us. So we have got second model paper here. Okay. See here. Imagine that you are the secretary of your college union. On your college union day, you have to introduce the chief guest, whose profile is given below. Write a speech in about 100 words. Use the following hints given in the profile. So you are the college secretary, okay? And college union day or college day, you have to introduce the chief guest. Who is the chief guest? Details are given here. What is that? Major Paranita Sinha. What is it? And its details. Head of the parachute regiment at Army Base Jammu. And MS in nuclear physics, participated in RD, that is Republic Day Camp Parade, for 5 consecutive years, worked at different army bases across India, trained innumerable military personnel, instrumental in leading combats against terrorists in Sikkim and Kashmir. Okay, so everything is described about this person. Okay, so please remember, all the details are given to you. Now let's see how we can do this. Okay, so how it is. Secretary of the college union, which means there will be a chief guest that day. There will be professors, there will be parents. So how do you begin? Respected chief guest, respected principal, my dear parents and my dear companions. So you can begin greeting them. And then you have to introduce. So I am here to introduce the chief guest of the day. College union, chief guest of the day, that is Major Paranita Sinha or Pranita Sinha. So you need to say why you are there that day, and you begin. Then give his explanation and finally welcome him for the college day, and you conclude your thank everybody and you conclude. See, it's quite easy. You just need to read and understand the given question there. Let's go to the second one. What is that? Writing a report. The following line graph represents the growth of urban and rural population from 1951 to 2011 in India. Use the information to write a report in 100 words. So previously we saw pie chart. Now we have got a line graph here. See, very clear line graph. This red line shows the rural population and the blue line shows the urban population. What is that? What is the title of the graph? That is growth of urban and rural population. So you can begin the speech. This graph explains or describes the growth of urban and rural population for a span of almost 50 or 70 years. Okay, 1951 to 2011. So you can see now how it is. Let's take one now, rural population. Rural population is given by this particular color. Let's see here. Okay. 1951, the rural population was 298 million. You can find here, it is in million. Okay, it was 298 million. 1961, it rose to 360. 1971, it rose to 439. 1981, it rose to 525. 1991, 630. 2001, 740. 2011, 833. Now you can see the difference between 298 to 833, and in a span of say 70 years, what is the growth rate? Okay, from 290 to 833, what is the growth rate? Same, let's see now urban population, how it has grown. 1951 it was 62, 61 it is 79, 71 it is 109, 81 it is 160, and 91 it is 213, and 2001 it is 286, and 2011 it is 370. Now see, from 62 to 377, you can find out the urban population is growing very slowly, whereas the rural population is growing very fast, very fast. The difference you can see here, and see, can see here. Each year now you can compare here 298 to 360. In 10 years, what is the growth? 60 plus 62 million, whereas here 62 to 79. How much is the growth? Only 17 million. See the difference. Urban population for a span of 10 years, the growth was, okay, how much? 298 to 360, which means 62 million. Whereas in urban population, how much did it grow? 62 to 79, meaning to say only 17 million, and here 62 million. Take the second or recent one, 2001 to 2011. What is the urban growth? Urban growth is 286 to 377, meaning to say 77 and 14 here, 87 and 91 million. So from 2001 to 2011, okay, you can how much it is grown. And whereas urban, you see, from 740 to 833, that is 60 and 30, that is 93 million. Whereas here how much it is? Okay, 77, 87 and 6. Okay, almost similar growth rate. This is what you have to compare and write. It is quite easy for you to write. Hope you understood. Let's go and see whether we can go, or we have one more model paper where a similar question is given. We have. Okay. See. Your college is celebrating Sports Day. On this occasion, you are required to speak on the importance of sports. Write a speech about 100 words, including following points. Now here you are not secretary. Anybody can speak this. Imagine you are asked to speak, so you have to speak. What is that? It's a college sports day, and you are required to speak on the importance of sports. Almost like the previous example that we had. Physical fitness, mental well-being, sound mind in a sound body, or a sound body, recreation, sportive spirit, name and fame, job opportunities. All these points should come in your speech. So you begin addressing the audience, then you introduce your topic, then you speak for it and conclude it. You have done it. You have done it. I hope things are very clear now. Take the graph question writing report. So here we have got a bar graph. So nice, we had a pie chart, we had a line graph. Now we have got a bar graph here. What is that? The following bar graph represents information about the sources of irrigation in India. So the title of the bar graph is Sources of Irrigation in India. So what are the sources of irrigation? You will find here: tank water, canal water, open well water, tube well water, and other sources. Okay. Now the total irrigation facility or water facility that is given in India is 4% comes from the tank. What tank do you mean? Public tanks. In Kannada we call it kere. Okay. For example, in the first year you had a lesson, watchman of the lake. There we are speaking about the preservation of tanks. Okay. So 4% of the water facility, irrigation facility, is provided by tanks. Then 30% of the irrigation facility is provided by canals. What is that? Dams and the canal built. For example, Linganmakki Dam, okay, KRS Dam in Mysore, and the canal is provided from where the water for irrigation is provided. So 30% of the need is met by canal water. Then open well. This is open well, meaning to say individual farmers have their own source of water. Open well, a big well in their compound. So 20% is taken care in that way. Then tube well, this is what we mean by tube well, that is bore well, 40%. Then there is other 6. This can refer to rainwater harvesting or any other source of water. Now based on this you write a report. What is that? Major irrigation source is from borewell water. Okay, each person has to dig a borewell, or maybe the government supplies, or now all the other sources. You just write a report based on this. What do we see here in your report? Not so much the factual knowledge, that is important, but how you have constructed your sentence, whether you have done a proper construction of the sentence, whether you have used proper words, how is your language, how is your spelling, all the things are proper. This is what is tested when we evaluate your paper. So please remember, it's very important to improve your communication, improve your written language and your spelling and other things. You do this and surely you are going to do fantastically in your exam. So I wish you all the best and hope you understood. Go through the video again and again and with the examples, and things will be very clear to you. Thank you very much.